Just looking at industries, and that's something that you're overseeing at that time. Obviously, there are 4 or 5 major inputs that industry requires to thrive. That's reliable power that we had heard from Manoj Kumar. Certainly, roads, good connectivity, logistics, we can call that. Land, of course, seems to be extremely scarce, but that's something one needs to look at. Housing is the other, and investments. I mean, these are the 3 or 4 major factors that could make a difference. Bihar has been a slow mover in that in the last, since independence. Now seem to be gathering pace. What have you done in the last couple of years to ensure that Bihar starts moving up more rapidly than ever before and bring in a lot more big industries apart from small and medium scale industries?
Well, Thank you for the question. I would just like to continue where the Secretary Roads and Secretary Power have said. It is very essential, this is sine qua non of industry, that initially you have to have the infrastructure. Law and order is important, so law and order of Bihar in the whole country, it is absolutely under control and doing very well. Second point is roads, which he has extensively dealt. I would just like to say that the connectivity of roads, even in national highways, now that we have 5 expressways, which are already, the work is going on 4, and these are all crisscrossing the states, more than 1,500 kilometers, and 6 high-speed corridors, out of which 2 are already 6-lane. So all these are there, so the connectivity is very important. One of the roads I would just like to mention, which has just been sanctioned, is Raxaul to Haldia Expressway. This is now, Bihar was a landlocked state, now it is port-bound. So that is one very important thing. A second point, I would just like to point out the connectivity in other spheres. For example, airports. The previous speaker was talking of the airports. Now we have 4 functional airports. The 5th one, Raxaul, is coming up. 9 other airports which are there under Udan scheme, and 5 more in adjacent states.
So connectivity is very good.
Connectivity is very good. Bihar is already having dedicated freight corridor. So as part of the Delhi-Kolkata dedicated freight corridor of railways, and the other main trunk line which connects to the northeast also passes through the state. So basically it's the gateway to the eastern India. The last point I would just like to say is water infrastructure.
Right.
We are part of national waterways number 1. Ganga ji हमारे यहाँ से गुजरती है, in which lots of work has already been done, and other perennial rivers are there. For example, Gandak, which is called Sadanira, even in Puran. So all we have all the rivers which give connectivity. So connectivity is one part. One more connectivity is important, that is the digital connectivity. The density of digital connectivity in Bihar is above the national average. I mean, it might come as a surprise to you. Some people
one of the
would
good
not
things.
have. Yeah,
normally
absolutely
lower than the
fantastic.
national average on a lot of things,
No,
but this is
it's,
one
it's,
thing.
it's above the higher extent. Even roads is above the national average. We are the third
Bihar's
largest
image is
state
changing,
there.
right.
Yeah, power-wise, we might be slightly lower, but we are adding up on that, which of course Manoj will tell you. So this is one thing. The second part I would just like to say is the social infrastructure. Social infrastructure is very important. One is the educational infrastructure, in which we now have engineering colleges, top-class engineering colleges, government engineering colleges, polytechnics, and more than 1,500 ITIs all over Bihar, out of which 150 plus 151 are there, which have got industry 4.0 people coming out. Tata Tech is doing it for the whole of the country.
Right.
So we have the best manpower which is coming up. It is not there only in the technical manpower, the engineering and technical manpower. It is there in health also. We have 12 medical colleges which are ready. Patna Medical College is the largest, PMCH is the largest in the whole of Asia. It is going to be more than 5,000 beds. We already have 1 AIMS working, the second AIMS is working. 22 more medical colleges coming, and so on and so forth. So medical infrastructure is also there. So health and medical infrastructure. The third part is making the, for the people it was very important, is water. water availability through Nal Jal Yojana has been there in all the things. So this is the part of the social infrastructure which has been built over a period of time.
Right.
So these are all very important for growth of industries, because that's how the surplus comes. And the last part is the economic part. The market of Bihar is around 14 crore people. So 140 million bigger than many countries, and 400 million if you see the vicinity along with 3 to 4 countries are there.
Right.
So that is where the economic firepower comes, and we're growing at a rate greater than the rest of the country. There our middle class is growing, our economic infrastructure is going, and that is where the industries started to take off. Once all this was built from 2020, there have been significant strides in industry, especially in the areas, I would just like that we have a natural comparative advantage or competitive advantage, whichever word we would like to see, in agriculture. We are more than 85% of agriculture. We have absolutely surplus water. There are states in India which are states and states in India, in the western India and the southern India, which have water below 300 feet or 400 feet. You know about it. Here in Madhepura and Kosi region, if you dig the water, if you dig the thing with a bamboo in 30 feet, you get water. We are absolutely surplus with water. So flood has been our woe earlier. It is our asset. The water level is a superb asset, and that's why many water industries are coming. Agriculture, therefore, is a major asset. Agriculture and agro-processing. The second one is labor-intensive. We have the reproduction rate, the replacement, population replacement rate in India. The rest of India has already, the rest of South India has already gone below to, it is 1.5 or below. Right. So our people go everywhere to support them. Western India, it is there. Please let us understand, this is a very, very important thing.
I like the way you put it.
Manpower is our forte, sir. And when industry...
Your outward migration is very well described when you say so.
And absolutely. And when the reverse migration has happened, these are the people who are coming back to establish the industries. So when in textiles, all the sectors which are labor intensive, whether it be agro-processing or textiles, or which are water intensive, which are agro intensive, which are there, and we have now with the new industrial policy focus on many other sectors which are there. So all of a sudden industry is going for a boom, and especially with the new industrial policy there has been a lot of enthusiasm by which we'll be going forward in building upon all the infrastructure which is already there.
Excellent. Let's give him a very warm round of applause for that. And we are going to circle back to you, but let's bring in